Whereas the Big Walnut Local School District, aka District, Board of Education, aka Board, expects its members to adhere to a code of ethics and code of conduct through bylaw 0123, the governance team protocols that we just approved last month, or reaffirmed last month, and the policies that the board has adopted over time. Whereas board member Zach Duffey has exhibited behavior that falls below the standard of conduct set forth by the board in bylaw 0123, is prohibited by other board policy, and serves to undermine the public faith and confidence in this board if we fail to address it. Or whereas the board desires to publicly censure and reprimand board member Zach Duffey for his behavior. Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Education of Big Walnut Local School District, that Zach Duffey is censured and reprimanded for the following reasons. Reason 1, the board censors and reprimands board member Zach Duffey for the conduct related to an unauthorized online crowdfunding campaign to benefit a classroom. Specifically, board member Duffey created and accepted donations to a campaign that did not comply with our board policies, was never approved by our district, and directed funds to a personal account instead of the district. Despite being asked to suspend the campaign and work with the superintendent to create a compliant process for fund acceptance, board member Duffey refused the request, continued to accept donations to the unauthorized campaign. The continued misconduct reflects as individual board members' conscious disregard for the board's policies overall and for specific policy on crowdfunding, policy 6510, which requires all crowdfunding campaigns to be approved by the district. In doing so, board member Duffey also violated bylaw 0123 Code of Ethics, which requires board members to accept the will of the majority of the board. Accordingly, the board denounces and repudiates this misconduct for undermining the public faith and confidence in the board and its policies. Reason number 2, the board further censures and reprimands board member Duffey for operating a Zach Duffey Big Walnut Local School Board member social media page that blatantly uses the district's logo, makes inflammatory, reckless, and untrue statements. This includes a recently created and recently deleted post about a personal matter that directly relates to school processes and operations. The post led to the perceptions that statements represented the official position of the Board of Education, which they did not. Board member Duffey's actions violate bylaw 0123 Code of Ethics related to avoiding the appearance of a conflict of interest. The board further denounces and repudiates such misconduct for being reckless in its language, which, if unaddressed, will erode public faith and confidence in this board, our district's administrators and team, and the school district itself.
Mrs. Graziosi?
Yes.
Mrs. Nix?
Yes.
Mr. Crowell?
Yes.
Mr. Fucci?
Yes.